All right, welcome to Shoot Lightboard. I don't know what number it is.
In fact, that's a really good point. Look, don't number your videos. Don't do anything on your video that dates it.
Yeah.
Or that pigeonholes it to a certain year group.
Yep.
Like, for example, I wouldn't say, okay, year 9s, because I might want to use the same video with the year 12s. And if the year 12s are watching it, great, there's year 9 stuff.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So try and keep it as,
This is
generic as possible.
Yeah, this is a Lightboard tutorial.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll cut and...
no, that's great. So what do you want to talk about in this tutorial?
I guess the big things are, what are the... How can I short circuit my learning curve? So how can I get from A to B to creating shoots as quickly as possible?
So you've got your board.
Got my board.
Okay, and you've got your lights.
I have lights. I may have to buy some more, but we'll see how that goes.
So, I mean, we can zoom back and have a look at what the actual physical setup is.
Yeah.
But of course, we've got our big board made of glass, and it's got the edge lit with LEDs.
Yep.
And then we've got our LED spotlights, if you like, or studio lights. And for this particular board, we've got 4. So we've got 1 on each side.
Yep.
And then we've got 2 at the top as well. And in fact, let's just turn these off for a sec, just so you get an idea of what it looks like without the top lights, or the hair lights, which I think is an ironic term, but I think that that's the difference there.
Yeah.
So, but look, there's more than one way to light. The talent, we're the talent, by the way.
I like that.
Look,
term.
I've seen people light from below, and that kind of gives you that ghosty sort of Halloween look. This is what works for me, but it really depends on the size of your studio and the type of lights you've got.
Yeah.
What I would say though with your lights is, like, these are all LEDs. You couldn't just have 2 LEDs, but then the top ones being incandescent or fluoro. They've got to all be the same type.
Okay.
Okay. So you've got your physical setup now. So I guess today what you want to know is how to set up the camera.
Yep.
And then the nuts and bolts of actually making videos.
Yeah. So I mean, I did a lesson where I just filmed a lesson, and one of the big issues I had when I looked back at it was the camera constantly autofocusing, and just the noise, and it just wasn't. It didn't look professional. Didn't look clean. So.
Well, look, that's another point about the noise. I mean, at the end of the day, we're in a school, and it's impossible to get absolute zero noise. We've got a big road behind us and we've got classrooms on either side, but it's okay. I've got a shotgun mic, and the brand is RODE, and I call it Rode or Rody, but I've got a Danish teacher who works here. Apparently this is Danish and she pronounces it something entirely different. But it's a shotgun mic like this, and it's on a light stand. Importantly, your shotgun mic needs to be on this side of the glass. You could use a lapel. The thing with lapel mics is that every time you move your shirt, and they're probably a little bit less robust. Okay. But lapels are great as well, and probably a bit cheaper. So the mic then is just on an extension cord into the camera.
Into the camera. Cool.
So manual versus auto is a good point in terms of the setup. You could do either. Because theoretically, if you're not moving, once it's on auto, it's going to focus on... and it can focus on the writing and you without having to find and zoom in and out. But the other option is to put it onto manual. And I always do a test every time I start. So I put all my lights on, put my microphone in, and I come and put the title of the video, and I record that. I just come in here and just say a few little things, and then go and take the SD card, put it into my computer and watch it. Just make sure it's focused, make sure the audio's working, make sure I've got my boundary right, and then I come back and actually record.
And that boundary you just set up with just some black whiteboard markers just so we can see it. But
because we use this camera for other things, it's not always in this spot. So the focus, the zoom might be different. So you really need to make sure that you set up your boundary every time. And you can mark that with like a black whiteboard marker, so you really can't see that. What it does is avoids you writing stuff outside of the margins, which is hopeless.